Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time that you're watching this. Stay with me so that we can make butternut and milk pancakes. You have to forgive me because I have a flu, so let us start off. Our ingredients are 2 eggs, mashed butternut, some Himalayan salt, that is pink salt, sugar, of course, milk, and finally, but not actually finally, we have vinegar and also we have flour. You can use any flour. You can use all-purpose flour or you can use any. So to start us off, you can mix this mixture kawaida kutumia tu mkono, but for me, because I was in a hurry, I decided, you know what, wacha tutumie blender. So there I was putting my already mashed butternut, that is after you boil the butternut. So I was putting it in the blending jar so that at least I could I could blend it so that I could have a very smooth paste. But still, if you want, you can use it like that. Remember, some butternut have some fiber, so you'll have the fiber. I put in my salt, my sugar, and of course my milk. And in the milk, you can put in the vinegar, or you can put the vinegar now together, or better still, you can use the, what do we call it? You can use the buttermilk if you don't have vinegar and you have access to buttermilk, so you can put it. Now this is what I am going to blend. At this point I was looking for the lid to cover my vinegar because imagine if it pours. Yeah, so I am going to add in my eggs, put in everything apart from the flour so that it can mix and then it will be very smooth. Either way, if you do not have a blender, don't worry, use your hands, use your whisk, whatever you have. But first of all, make sure you have crushed your butternut, or rather you have mashed it so that it can be smooth, because when you start mixing everything all together without mashing it, it will not be pleasant. You see, after I blended, the paste was smooth. I mean smooth. Look at that. See, mnaona venye, and then you see the consistency. And then because this boiler had used it to mash the butternut, there was no need of changing. All right, not that I did not wash it, I've just blended it like 30 seconds. So I put everything inside, and now it is time to confirm whether everything is properly incorporated. After I realized that everything is incorporated, what do you add? Yes, class, you guessed right, we add flour. And guys, we've said you forgive me for today because oh my days, my flu is fluing. And remember, my flour napima na macho. Napima na nini? Macho. Measure the flour using your eyes. Like, you have to check that the consistency is very smooth as you're continuing to mix. So I'll be adding the flour, and then remember I had the milk. I had a cup of milk, so I'll be alternating the flour and the milk. So I'll show you once the mixture is over. And still, if you do not have milk, you can always use water. So don't feel limited. Maybe you are lactose intolerant, you can always use water for this recipe. You see the way it is. Now I'm going to add milk, a little flour. So let me show you after everything is added. Wow, just say wow. Look, you can see that. Look at that consistency. It's very smooth. So at this point, now after you've mixed everything, make sure you use your pan. I was using a meko so that I can show you, because yeah, it is where it is. You can even use your jiko, you can use any kind of gas, and then make sure that you've used, this is the best pan to use, this one that cooks chapati. But if you do not have this one, you can use the other one. So here I was just putting my dough on the stove, or rather on the gas, and then smoothening it. Remember, it is thick, just a little thick, not too thick, but it's just tiny wee bit thick. Remember, we've used butternut, not just water, so it is totally allowed. So I was just smoothening it so that it can dry up. It was on low heat, and then I did not add any oil on my pan. I just used a wipe, or rather a serviette, and then I nikapanguza my pan so that when I'm putting in the dough, it cannot stick. You take a serviette, you apply oil, then you wipe your pan so that it cannot have a lot of oil. And then my what do we call it, my pancake was ready on the other side, and then I put just a little bit of oil, and that is how it was. Thank you so much for watching to this point. Please comment, share, give us your thoughts, tell me what I should make next. Hizi ni vitu nakanga kwa nyumba, niko like kuna hii okay, let us do it, let us make this. So you can make anything with anything that you have in the house. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye. Comment, subscribe, and share. Adios. Kisses.